We are live and ready to talk tractors. What is going on, everybody that's here, which is one of you so far? How's it going? I don't know, Sunday at 4 o'clock, I'm not sure. We've done some live at this before, but I don't know how many people are available, but we're going to find out because this is probably the best time for me to get to do one of these this week. So that's just kind of the way it goes. What's up? Hey, Kyle. It's going. How's it going for you? Hey, what's up, Malachi? Hey, Parker.
Oh, would you tell me my arm was in there?
Oh, your arm was in there. Nobody cares.
This
I don't
person
care.
does.
It is your box blade. I was gonna show it off. I've got some of these finished up and painted up, and I don't know. I was just debating on. I obviously got to put a straight pin in there for like a little jack stand or something. But yeah, I've been kind of playing around with the box blades. Obviously, need to find a something suitable to pull it with. I don't know. I haven't figured out what tractor is gonna do that just yet, but we'll see. What's up, Hunter? What's up, Sean? How are you guys doing today? So I got kind of I don't know, a cacophony of stuff here in front of me. Actually, these I'm just gonna put in here. I painted them and just haven't gotten around to putting them together yet. There we go. And I need to paint the caps on them, but I guess I don't necessarily have to, but I would like to paint the caps on, so I'll still do that, but I'll use my little paint pen for that, because it just makes quick work of the sort of thing. These came from JHR Custom Farm Toys, in case you didn't know. We sell these at shows to people. Only thing to do today because the weather is wet in western Wisconsin. Oh, I'm not surprised because I'll tell you what, it's been pretty wet here too. I don't even know how much rain we've gotten in the last few weeks, but it's been a bunch, and it rained basically from Wednesday night to Saturday morning straight. Like it just rained, didn't stop, and at times it rained pretty heavy. So anyway, needless to say, not a whole lot of field work going on around here outside. There were a couple guys that got in, I think Wednesday, and got some planting in, but that didn't last long. It's just been so wet. Uh, yeah, wet, cold this week doesn't look much better. I agree. It does not. Does not look good at all. So, did all of the detail show up on the Case IH Rippers? Yeah. Can't even mud in some vegetables. Yeah, that's rough. That's pretty rough for sure. Dumped on here last night too. Yeah, so it sounds like all of us here in the Midwest. I mean, so that's from here in Illinois and Wisconsin stretched all the way over to Ohio. Sounds like we're wet. Yeah, the I'll have to I'll have to I guess it's upstairs. I'll have to maybe my next live I can show those eco tills that you did, Kyle. They look awesome. I can't wait to get them kind of painted up and finished up because those turned out really nice. So I'm excited about those. And then those land dolls turned out great too. Those will be something I think a lot of guys will really love to see. Yeah, so that's a bonus. At least you can hop on and watch some YouTube. Now, so one thing I did notice on this, so I don't know why. Uh, on this one in particular. I mean, I can touch it up; it's not a problem. But when I painted, I flipped this over, but I did not get this area painted very good. So that's all right. It's nothing a brush and a little touch up paint can't fix. So, but you can see those raising lower. Those box blades are cool. So I don't know, maybe I don't know. It looks good on that Massey, but what if we did it on the Mini? I think it looks better on a Mini. Something like that. Anyway, I thought we needed a box blade. I thought that'd be cool. What's up, Colton? Next week we'll be driving around watching farmers in the fields. That's what I'm ready to do. I'm ready to get in the fields myself, but ugh. I'm ready to see some tractors rolling. That's for sure. I just don't know. It's going to be a year. That's just all there is to it. Even at my other job, it's been rough. I don't know. Like it's hard to get anything done. Sorry, I'm yawning so much. It's been a long weekend. Yeah. This is so Kyle Noonmaker drew this up for me, and then I'm printing them. Um, yeah, just a nice little box blade. You see those around all the time, so I thought that was cool. Are there any 3-point hitch box blades? I'm thinking there's got to be, yeah, but I don't have any made up. But yeah, I'm thinking there's got to be. I know for like little tractors, I've seen them, so sure. Going to Outback Farm Toys this summer. That's nice. That'll be fun. That's coming right up. June is not far away. Yeah, so this is just the I don't know. Well, they just brought this out a year or so ago. This is for the museum or whatever, the D21. Um, but with a little chrome stack on there, just to dress it up a little bit. Ugh, man, I do have the yawns. Holy cow! Got a few things on the bench again. Yeah, I hear you. Um, I went pretty hard after Lafayette trying to get some stuff done, and I did a pretty good job. But the last week or so, I don't know, just been having some other stuff going on, and I have not got much tractor related things going on. Actually, I've been making steady progress on stuff. I mean, I put together several of these box blades, um, and then I think a lot of you guys probably saw them, but I'll grab them real quick over here. All right, yes, guys, and I've got I don't know 4 more sets of those to try to get together, and it's a little deceiving because um, the way I printed those, there's not much to assemble, just the wheels and tires basically. Um, but then, of course, I wanted to run all the hydraulic lines and everything, and that takes a while. So I have a ton of time in running all the hydraulic lines on these two pans. So, um, like I said, definitely took me longer than I anticipated to build these out. Um, probably probably shot my what I wanted to sell those for at a show all to heck, actually, because I thought they would be quite a bit cheaper than what they're going to be, but I just ended up having way more time in them than I want. So First Gear came out with a rotating JCB telehandler. Is that in that's not 64th, is it? Is it 64th? That'd be awesome. Second place in the state for Skills USA Tech drafting competition. That's incredible, Kyle. That's awesome. Congratulations. Ha, that's really cool. John Deere four wheeler. I don't know. I mean, it's a it's a whatever I kind of want it to be. I guess four wheeler. Just thought it would be kind of fun to have one. We had a Polaris that was kind of this color, so I kind of went with that. It's like a, I don't know, off green. I know it's not quite Polaris green, but I thought it'd be fun. Um, but anyway, that comes from those kits come from um, oh my gosh, I just Farm Factor 3D. If anybody's interested in a four-wheeler kit, he can get you some of those. Jeff up there. Hey, what's up, Chris? What is the popular tractor brand to collect? I mean, by far, John Deere is the most popular tractor brand to collect. I mean, it's like 5 to 1 over anything else. I mean, I like John Deere. Obviously, I got a lot of them, but not my necessarily my favorite. But like if you go to a show, you'll see 5 to 1, 10 to 1 John Deere versus any other brand probably. So school got first, second, and third place. That's awesome. Well, you guys cleaned house. Yeah, these are K-Tech scrapers, or at least that's what I based them off of. But yeah, that's what they're supposed to be. I've got some decals for them. Still need to get put on them. I don't know. The decals turned out okay. Yeah, I agree. John Deere's easier to get by far. John Deere knows how to market their stuff very well. Obviously, um, you can buy like John Deere pepper shakers. I mean, so yeah, so John Deere just knows how to label and all that stuff. Did not know there was any other brand besides John Deere. Oh yeah. I guess at some point I need to take these old classic tractors back here and put them back on the shelf where they belong. So we got a G706, Massey 97, and a Massey 98. And then the old Putt Putt Deer here. It's one of my favorite Deer tractors. I always just like that style. Got the D21, of course, and then the big white Minneapolis, Moline, Plainsman, Oliver, whatever, everything. Excuse me. Resin printing question. Why does it stick to the FEP sheet and not the plates? So, uh, that's a great question. So it usually has something to do with level of your plates or um, not enough first layer cure time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Do we have any classic tractors on the real farm? We still have a 4020. We also have a Super H. It just basically runs an auger. The 4020, well, 4020 just runs an auger too. That's kind of it right now, anyway. Um, Excuse me, we'd love to get a classic Steiger or two, but before long we have a New Holland 9384. Before long, that'll be a classic, won't it? It's getting. I mean, gosh, that thing's got to be close to 30 years old anyway. Pretty close to it. A DAR and a 40T. Oh, nice. The 40T. That's cool. I mean, the D and the AR are awesome too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, these scrapers would look pretty sweet with this guy, wouldn't they? Something like almost don't have enough camera to. Okay, this guy fits right in there, something like that. Almost don't have enough camera width to get that. Do I know when the new die-cast Masters cat stuff is coming out? I don't. We just got a bunch of Ertl stuff in, so I don't know. Maybe hopefully not too long. Usually, you can expect a lot of stuff to come in the spring and a lot of stuff to come up in the fall. That's about the two times. Then you'll get a couple things kind of trickle in over the summer, but now I need an excavator for top loading. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I do have this diecast Masters cat, but I don't think he's quite big enough to go along with those two scrapers. Maybe, but I did. These are custom tracks from Jay Rolchin at Dirtworks Customs to go with that. So I just thought that was cool. I actually got a second set of tracks, but I need to get a second excavator to put them on. But you can see I tried to I did try to use a slightly different yellow than cat yellow for the K-Tex. It's not like I could just go get K-Tech yellow anywhere, but tried to get something that looked as close as possible anyway. I am also excited to get the Massey four-wheel drive that's coming out. That I think that'll be cool. I think anything that we can get um, old four-wheel drive is going to be going to be something I'm after. So I was happy to see that. I know it's probably I was kind of looking over the prototype of it or whatever, and I was trying to kind of I think it's that old casting, but then they've kind of updated it with some details and things like that, which is fine. I don't care, whatever it takes to get that tractor. But I think it'll be cool. I'm excited to get it. I'd like to kind of figure out some other ways to detail this guy a little bit. I mean, so they've got the hydraulic hoses cast into there, so it's not like I'm really going to run that. Um, and then like there's another one. I guess I could really paint those, but that seems like a task that I would eventually screw up and paint in the wrong spot. But these are a pretty nice outfit. Now Jay does make a cage that goes over your cab, so that's kind of cool. But I don't know if I don't see that around here very much, so I don't really want to do that necessarily. I'd like to see Ertl make more Bobcat equipment. You and me both. Will I repaint one of the Massies to be a McConnell mark? Maybe, maybe. I've been kicking around doing a McConnell for quite a while, um, so this might be my opportunity. Well, while we're showing off construction equipment, you guys have probably seen this, but there's a Reynolds pan that is also from Jay at Dirtworks Customs. I mean, I just bought the kit, painted it up. It's got the little GPS globe on there. Ran some hydraulic lines. It's my understanding that the hydraulic lines to raise and lower run up through this, so that's why I only ran them this far, and I kind of tucked them up in there. But you can see this is nicely detailed. They did did a sweet job on these pans. He's a pretty talented designer for sure. Just picked up a 2016 Chevy 3500 and a C60 propane. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, let's move this guy. And I just got all sorts of stuff laying around here. Let's see. Need to get these hydraulic hoses in the right position. There we go. Something like that. Now that looks pretty, pretty all right. Pretty tough looking. Move my anhydrous tanks out of the way. Can I show you the anhydrous tanks? Of course. More than happy to. Let's see. Let's just start with this guy. Or well, they're both the same. This one doesn't have the decals on this side because I misplaced them, but then I found them, so I just got to get them on there. Anyway, so this is from JHR Customs. You can find them over on their website. I ran the hoses. That's just some Kynar. No, actually, that's the Magic Stretch Cord. I'm sorry. For the hoses, you can see I tried to detail everything the best I could. I don't know how well that's showing up, but I tried to paint all of your valves and all that sort of thing. The decals don't want to stay on this worth a darn. I don't know what the deal is there, but kind of struggling with them. But yeah, anyway, nice little anhydrous rig here. I don't know. I can't think of the word I'm trying. Tinder. Yeah, that's the word I'm trying to look for. Maybe. I thought about, but with this style, I mean, like here's a guy, 6 foot tall. So really, you can just, you know how you can step up on the frame to do your valves. But I considered making a little bit of a ladder here, but I don't know. I just those sit low enough you don't have to worry about it. It's not like the old tanks where you kind of need something. Yeah, we can level land all day long now. Where did I get my 3D printer? I got it from I don't know, whoever made it. Uh Peopley, the big one's a Peopley Phenom, and then the others are Creality, what, CR6s? And then I have two Anycubic photons as well. Those don't get used as much anymore though. Who makes the best 64 scale pulling sled? I mean SpecCast. That's pretty much it. I mean Ertl's got one, I guess, coming now, but the SpecCast makes the best one by far. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if yeah, I kind of showed you that up close. I don't know. That's just a really neat pan. I don't know. We don't see this style around here too much. Um, but I just thought it was kind of cool. I don't know. When I saw Jay had one, I thought I had to have one anyway. That's my favorite tractor. Probably like a Steiger KP 1400, something along those lines. Tractor pulling track. That'd be fun. That would be a really fun display to make. That would be super cool. So I'm trying to design an anvil, and I think I'm going to rip my hair out. The horn is killing me. Yeah, that would. Yeah, good luck with that, because I didn't. can't even think. I don't know. Can't even wrap my head around doing the design on that. I assume there's a lofting tool involved or something with the if you're doing infusion, but yeah, no idea. Good luck with that. Well, thank you for saying you love my videos. I really appreciate that. Where do I get most of the stuff? So, um, a lot of it is just stock stuff from Ertl that I've customized or that I've changed. Things like this, obviously, I've drawn and 3D printed these scraper pans. These tractors, this comes from a company called Diecast Masters. You can get those online. Obviously, toy shows are an awesome place to get toys if you can get out to one. These are actually really old castings. Dale Matson makes those now. I don't remember who originally did the casting. Probably Tom Gunning or somebody like that back years and years and years ago. So you just kind of gotta keep your eye out for things, and if you know of something in particular you want, um, you might be able to find it with a quick Google search, or you might have to do some serious hunting. Complex loft and a lot of luck. There you go. Excuse me. But yeah, if you're in a place where you can't, um, maybe can't get out to a toy show, your local tractor dealers, your John Deere dealer, your Case IH dealer, they're going to have some things. They're mostly only going to have new things, and they're going to have a limited selection. You can always hop online, beatandbfarmtoys.com or maybe beatandbfarmtoys.net. Now that I'm thinking about it, uh, great guys. They've got everything you'll probably ever want. Outback Toy Store, those guys will, they've got a huge selection as well. There's a lot of places. eBay, of course, you can go there. So there's plenty of places to get farm toys. Farm toys for you, my friend Colin, another great place. I should have mentioned him earlier. He has a fantastic selection. Really nice guy too. Where can I get tips for building a tractor pull track? Boy, that's a great question. Find some pictures of a real one and then just scale it down. Obviously, for the dirt, I'm using dirt. That's the best way to do that. You're just gonna paint your base, paint it brown because you're gonna put dirt over it, obviously. So just brown. Get some of that craft paint you can get at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or whatever. It's super cheap. It looks just like that. Get the brown color you want. This is brown oxide, but there's obviously a bunch of different shades of brown, and you just pick the one you like the best. Get some dirt from your yard or the field or wherever you can get it. Sift it through a sifter, and then put down some white glue. Your Elmer's glue, school glue, whatever. Just brush it down, real fairly thin if you can, and then sprinkle that dirt on there, and there you're off to the races. Then you're gonna need you're gonna need like little signs, like for the full pull and things like that off to the side. You're gonna need little decorations, but that's where pictures come in. If you can find, I'm sure you can find pictures online or watch YouTube videos of tractor pulls and look for details there. Um, but yeah, that's where the ideas for the details come from, is the real thing. And then it just comes down to you getting creative and figuring out how to make those sort of things. And I have no doubt you can. So picked up an older cat grader in 64 scale. That would be pretty cool for that. Yeah, you bet. I'm going to build your local pulling track. Yeah, so there you go. So you've got a local track to you. Maybe head out to a pull this summer and get some pictures of that, and then you're ready to go. As far as building a pulling display, that would be really cool. That's neat. I think I only maybe seen one other pulling display, maybe two, but it's super cool. That's really neat. Yeah, the new Prestige quad tracks are pretty nice. This new lineup of Ertl um, Prestige stuff is looking pretty good in general. Especially, I always uh, try to do John Deere well, I would say. Oh well, 5 to, yeah. So you got some time then to do your research. So that's awesome. If you got some time before you're going to build it, like I said, the more pictures the better, because that's kind of what I try to use to base everything off of. So yeah, there it's a decent amount of detail on those prestige tractors for the $25 or whatever they are. 30, I don't know. Four-wheel drives are probably a little more than that, but they're not terrible. I don't remember. I've been writing about them for the Toy Farmer this month, and I kind of forgot the price on them off the top of my head, but they're not terrible. Hopefully, very soon here, I can show you some videos of the new Prestige tractors. I can show you guys those, but um, yeah, like I said, I think everybody will like them. The 4-wheel drive, the wheel version looks awesome. And then the 7000 series they did, I think it's like a 7R330, looks really good too. The only thing I don't like on it are the wheels. They just kind of have that plastic look. Um, the tires are actually okay, but the wheels just kind of don't do it for me. But that's an easy fix, so I don't complain about that too much. Yeah, definitely. Doug always has a great display going on there. I only get to see Doug a couple times a year, but it's always fun to talk to him. He's a super nice guy and obviously super talented. I did. You can probably see these sitting back here. I've had these for several years. I've been printing these cones, and I finally painted a batch. It's terrible, but this is literally the first. This is the triple stack cone. So we'll set that in the back of a service truck or something. This isn't really a service truck, but we'll. I don't know. And then I've got the single cone, but I was just looking at that back there, and I don't know. It kind of hit me that I don't know why it took me like 3 years to paint one of those up, but it did. I've sold a ton of those unpainted. Um, just never got around to painting them. Ugh. This sounds crazy, but we booked our room for for the national show today. Nationals many months off yet, but things tend to fill up in Dubuque pretty quick, and pretty much the only way you're getting into the Dyersville Hotel is if a dealer passes away, which is kind of terrible to say, but it is. And so we always stay in Dubuque, but we got our room reserved there for the weekend. I think we're coming in on like Wednesday night, and we're leaving on Sunday, so that's obviously a big weekend. Then we got summer show coming up here. Oh my gosh, just a little over a month. Holy cow, what happened? Where'd spring go? Does Dogtown Ag have a fertilizer tinderbox or a truck on it? So, yeah, so I make fertilizer tinderboxes, but just stay tuned on on that. There's something really cool coming. That's something really cool from Dogtown that will be reasonably quick. I think. I hope we'll know about it pretty quick here. We can share. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited to share the news, but I can't do it until it's official and done. So I can show you. I could probably show you one of my 3D printed boxes. You may have seen one though. Um, all right. So here's a two hopper box. And then here's a single hopper box. the um, ladder is broke off on that one. That's what happens, unfortunately, a lot of times with these is we end up with a lot of broken ladders. Those are tricky to print, kind of. So I don't know. It's just they're a little bit fragile, and that design. I did the two hopper first, and this took me I don't know how long to get right. It took me forever. Um, you don't really think this is a complicated thing to draw up, but it kind of was, especially for someone who wasn't particularly experienced and who was self-taught. So um, anyway, took me forever to get that right, but I'm happy that they've turned out decent enough anyway. Dogtown needs a construction company. I mean, maybe, yeah. I mean, we obviously got a bit of a start here, don't we? Um, so you never know. Dogtown excavating or something like that, maybe. Kind of cool. Ugh, what? Oh, ugh, man! I tell you what, I am tired today. What else would we need for a? I don't know. We've got pans, obviously. I don't know. I guess we would need something to maybe a roller or something like that. Uh, Maybe a sheep's foot. That'd be kind of cool. Ertl made sheep's foot a long time ago. Sheep's feet. I don't know how. Yeah, long time ago. Um, Gosh, I haven't seen one of those in years though. I am sure they're still out there, but half of them are probably in played with condition, and the other half, whoever has them, probably thinks they're worth gold now because they're old. Let's see. You know what amazes me about this tractor from Ertl is how much sag there is in the articulating joint. This is like 1980s level of sag. It's kind of crazy. I have not taken this apart. So, I can't be blamed for that. In a tractor that you take apart and repaint, I can maybe kind of see that there's a little bit of sag, but it's kind of crazy how much play is in that articulating joint of this tractor. Put it over here on the low boy just for fun. And I don't know that I noticed that it had some pretty serious articulating joint issues. What implements should you get? Well, I mean, you need, I don't know. I mean, I guess what they use in your area might be a little different than mine, but around here you need disc, field cultivator, maybe a chisel plow, maybe a disc ripper, something like that. Um, you could always do, I don't know. You could do one of the mock tills from Kinsey if you have a big tractor. The mock till we got takes about that we got in the toy world. I don't have a real mock till. In the mock till we got in the toy world takes about 400 and I don't know 40 horsepower or something to pull it. So it's quite the beast. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Generally, a planter. Obviously, you need a planter for whatever you're planting. If you're gonna put on your own um, nitrogen or fertilizer, you're going to need something to do that with, whether it's an anhydrous bar, if they do that in your area, or maybe just like a liquid bar, something like that. What they use? Oh, okay, all right, yeah, land plane. So yeah, you're south then. Um, Gosh, somebody was making land planes. Who was that? Maybe Brad McPherson? Maybe Dave Holman? Can't remember. I've seen land planes somewhere before. I almost bought one, but I don't really have a use for one. But I thought they looked cool. Yeah, the National Show Tractor is the Massey Ferguson uh, four-wheel drive. It's going to be pretty nice. I'm excited to see it anyway. I think it'll be popular, and maybe not John Deere popular, but I think it's going to be pretty popular for sure. There's plenty of Massey guys out there. There's plenty of vintage four wheel drive guys out there. It'll be fun. I'm excited to get my hands on one or two or 10. I believe it came with a tractor, disc, and sheep's foot. I think you're right, Kurt. I think you're right. Um, Maybe a 50-20 or a 50-10, and then the little that little Ertl disc that didn't fold, just the like single disc, and then the sheep's foot. I think you might be onto something there. Now that you mention it, that's kind of ringing a bell. Yeah, around here, usually they have a scraper of some sort on those pulling on a pulling track, ready to clean up, level out, and all that stuff between runs or between classes. Uh, or they have a guy blading or something like that. There's always something to clean up there. I'm just kind of rearranging things. I think a lot of you guys saw. I just look at this thing and think of how cool it is. This wheel loader here. Got it off of eBay and then I weathered it up to use here on the display. I want to build some forks or something for it here down the road when I get a chance. There was a John Deere yellow set with a small disc. It was like an industrial set. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised in a way I don't have a sheep's foot from that set, but then at the same time I'm not necessarily surprised either. Let's see. I've been looking and looking and looking over this thing. I've still got to figure out how to make these wheels turn on this thing. I mean, I'm going to. It's not rocket science, but it's just a matter of getting around to it. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to keep these wheels and tires or do something different. I do like the duals on here, so um, I want to keep the duals, but obviously the setup's kind of neat and interesting with the way they put these on here. So I want that to be somewhat accurate. I don't want to just swap duals on there and it look like whatever. Currently making a custom Massey 3120 two-wheel drive. Nice, that's cool. Next class piece is going to be one of the two track tractors. I'm pretty sure. You know the like the cats or whatever, the Challenger two tracks. It's going to be one of those, and it's big. It's cool. It's going to be nice. Are you going to put a cab on the cat loader and maybe teeth on the bucket? No cab, but I do like the idea of teeth. That's kind of a cool idea. Glad you mentioned that. No, I want to leave it open station, just because it's kind of unique that way. But yeah, I like that's a good idea. Put some teeth on there. Yeah, I agree. The duals on the sprayer they just add something. They look a little different than all the other sprayers out there, so it's pretty cool. I'd like to see them do a Lexion, obviously combine. I'd love to see SpecCast do that. Um, I don't know. There's just like a whole lot of politics and stuff that kind of go into that, and it's I don't know. It's been a there that the class combine, the Lexion combine, even back when it was a cat. Obviously, it was made. Who was that? Was Norscott that made those for a little while, but then it's kind of some thing. I don't know. There's an issue with getting the newer ones made, and I don't know. There's been a couple different attempts at getting a 164 scale Lexion made in the last several years, and it always gets blocked um, in one way or another. So it's unfortunate, but did it come up from overseas? Yeah, this came from Poland, I think. Do you have the AC 7045? I don't think I have any out of the box though. I think I've got a case of them sitting around somewhere, but I don't think I have any out of the box. They're a nice tractor. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that Norscott is even around anymore. That's a good call, Chris. I don't know. I certainly haven't seen anything from them that relates to farm toys in 20 years or 15 years, but and Norscott did cool stuff. I mean, we got some pretty neat stuff from them when they were doing things, but yeah, I don't know. They just didn't stick around for some reason. That happens. I don't even know. I don't even know where I put the dry box for this thing. It's probably around somewhere. But in case you guys haven't seen one of these, you can swap out the dry box on these. It's pretty cool, really. And you can obviously do that in there with the real thing. So, but it's really neat that Ertl gave us that option with those. Ertl gets some flack on these with the big handrails and all that stuff, but they have to do that for integrity, for because this does have to hold up to a certain amount of play and wear and tear. So it's pretty cool the way they did those. Yeah, you know what? That's going to be the big issue going forward. I think Randy is that AC, the 8960 that just came out, all these new prestige tractors that Ertl has just brought out from John Deere, all have that small um, hitch, like the drawbar. That's what I'm trying to say, and like literally nothing works with it. Like nothing will hook up to it, and that's I've definitely heard some complaints about that. So I think what needs to happen is Ertl needs to make a prestige implement series that will hook up to it, but I don't think they'll ever do that. Yeah, it's unfortunate that they're too small and won't hook up to anything. I really appreciate Ertl trying to detail them and make them nicer. Like I do have to say that. Like I appreciate that hitch over or the attempt of making that hitch over this big flat thing that they've got going on. But yeah, if it doesn't hook up to any implements, that's definitely going to be a problem for a lot of people. So yeah, I bet yeah, I bet so. uh, Chris. I bet that has been a hot topic. I haven't been around too much in the last little bit, but yeah, I can imagine there's a lot of talk about that. Do you know of any companies that make fake dirt for your displays? Because where I live in upstate New York, it's all clay, and the best I could find is bake mold. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, clay. Yeah, I get it. You're gonna be a little trouble. Give me a second. I'll dig out something that I think you might want to look for. So, this is made by Bachman. You can find this at pretty much any hobby, like train store, sometimes even Hobby Lobby, places like that. It's called ground cover, and it's essentially this powdery, foamy stuff. And here, I'll get some out. Norscott's still in business, not with cat products. Okay, good to know. I appreciate the info there. Yeah. So, you can just see on my hand what that looks like. And you can attach this stuff super easy. Just put down some white glue, sprinkle it on there. You can sprinkle this right out of the bottle, which is nice, or right out of this container, because the just pops open and you've got little shaker holes there like you would on a salt and pepper shaker. So Woodland Scenics makes something similar. So wherever you can get it, or whatever you can get, will work. But yes, there are definitely options for you guys that don't have good black dirt where you live, where you got the clay. So Spurlock Farm Toys in Lafayette, Indiana. All right, I'll sit back down for a minute or two. Got about 10 minutes. So if you guys got any questions, fire away. And then I don't know. I'm gonna try to work on some toys tonight. It's something I haven't done lately. I don't know. So some of you guys know, if you're in my Discord, it's the last few weeks have been sketchy for me because I had like an allergic reaction to something and whatever, and I'm still exhausted for some reason. So I just can't quite get through it. In fact, I mean, this is graphic warning. This is all that's left on my hand but like I was really broken out. All over and on my chest and my neck, and my eyes were swollen, and it was rough. It was a rough little go. I like using the fine version for dirt. Yeah, I could see that. That probably, uh, yeah, the fine version would probably work out a little better actually, because that's more of the medium or the coarse stuff. So I could see that for sure. Big grass mat from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, you can definitely. Uh, you just never know what you're gonna find that's out there. There's some awesome stuff. So yeah, check out your local train store for sure. Storms. They'll have all sorts of cool stuff. And from my experience, those guys are always willing to. Um, they're kind of always willing to answer questions or try to help out a little bit. Kind of get you pointed in the right direction if you have any questions. So there's different colors of that ground cover too. So, you can kind of get the dirt that you want. And make it however you want. Okay. Let's see here. I was kind of looking around at. I guess if you guys are on my Instagram, I've been doing this planting tractor series the last couple days. I need to do another one later, I guess. But anyway, I did the 1206. This is built by Jeff Norden. I don't know who made Planter, but I like it. Had to have it when I saw it. And I mean, this is the perfect tractor for that to go on. So anyway, it's awesome. How much to build? Let's see. So custom Steiger. I assume you're talking about either the Lion, like this guy, or the red one, which I've got hooked up over on the display, so I can't grab it off right now. So I actually don't have a good answer for you on what it would cost to build something like this, because finding the donor tractors for these, which is this 9370 quad track or something similar, is getting harder to do. I'm hoping when I get up to the summer show that I can find a few of these. So, because I would like to do some more of those for myself, if anything. But I would be glad to do some for other people as time allows. But um, like I said, finding the donor tractor right now is getting more expensive. So unfortunately, I really can't give you an answer because when I bought those, they were like, I don't know, 30 or 35 bucks, maybe 30 bucks, something like that. But now the last batch I got, they were closer to 50 bucks. So they're getting a little tricky to come across. The kit for those, the parts to convert those, with depending on what wheels and tires you go for, just the raw kit's about another 30 bucks. And then whatever you do wheels and tires wise, obviously can get expensive. You might as well figure at least 30 to 50 bucks on wheels and tires. So um, I imagine you're going to be in the neighborhood of a $200 tractor there by the time it's done. But I will try to, like I said, scare up some more. I mean, it's my intent to find some more of those for sure. Chris asked what Dogtown is going to run for planting. So covered up, not because I don't want anybody to see it or anything, but because keep the dust down off of it while I'm not using it. So we're gonna run a big early riser. And I don't know where the tractor went that I was going to run on that. I must have put it back on the shelf for some reason. I was going to run a row crop quad track on it. And then I've got the small early riser as well. So we'll run two. Run the small early riser as well. And then I was thinking about just running. Okay, I know that John Deere. Okay, I was going to say, I know that John Deere tractor is here somewhere. I'm just going to run a 8345 RT on it, I thought. And you can see on this planner, I've already run all the lines and everything. I've not done that on the big guy yet. So that may not get done before planting season's over here, but if it keeps raining, it sounds like planting season may go on forever here. So I appreciate that, Todd. Like I said, I'll try to scare up some. So if I can, they're a fairly straightforward conversion. I mean, it's I don't know, it's not it takes some time because you put something on, you let it dry, you put something on, let it dry, but it's not hard to do necessarily, at least at this point. After you've done a few of them anyway, but yeah, I like the way those look when you convert them a whole bunch. I think they turn out pretty sweet. So I'd kicked around the idea. I kind of hate to say this because I really want to run red equipment on the farm, and it's not that. I mean, I like Case IH. It's not that I'm like some diehard Case IH though, because you guys know I mean, I love tractors. I don't care. Obviously, I've got a green tractor sitting here, but what I debated on running one of the row track, like the with the front wheel assist on it, but I just don't care for those that much actually. And I think the two track Deere is actually the better option because on the road track you still have a tire up front, so you're still doing a little compaction up there. I don't know, it's gonna look great. Um, so we're gonna run the Deere, and then we're gonna run the row crop quad track on the big one. So I think it'll be cool. Oh my gosh, the DB120 Maximer, you're running lines on it. That's got to be a chore. Holy cow. I know this thing, I worked on it pretty solid for a night, and then I started getting frustrated with it, and I had to put it away for a few days before I went and ran the rest of them, but it did turn out nice, though. I do. I like me some New Hollands. I do. I think they're pretty sweet tractors. I don't know. I think New Holland makes a real good tractor. Somewhat underrated, I think, because um, obviously they're under the C&H umbrella, the Fiat umbrella, and so Case IH and the Steiger line get most of the attention, but the New Holland tractors are fantastic. Challenger MT 700 series. Ooh, that's an idea. That is an idea. Yeah, MT 700 series. That could be cool. All right. 2-minute warning says the first lady of tractors. So any last second questions, fire away. Actually, I gotta look at that. Here's a. I thought I had one over here because I've been kind of fiddling with one. This is actually a buddy of mine did some detailing on this a little bit. Put flashers and stuff like that on there for me. But I'd want to put a steerable front end, and I'd want to fill this hood seam. And filling the hood seams on these Case IH tractors is just an absolute bear because you cannot remove the cab glass if you want to, put cab glass back in it when you're stripping and filling the hood seam because of the way these taper up. So this is something I hope in future Ertl redesigns and gives us a good hood like they're starting to do on a lot of their tractors versus the split casting that we see on that one. So have you been to Castle Trains or Hammer Hobbies in Springfield? Been to both. Yeah. Um, Gosh, it's been a long time since I've been to. Listen, which one is the one out on Old Jacksonville Road in the basement of that house? Um, that's my favorite one, and I'm sure it's been too long. I just need to go out there again. So yeah, here's the D21. It's just a light custom. Buddy of mine stuck a pipe on there, chrome pipe and stuff like that. These are nice tractors. Earl did a good job on these though. I think anyway. Where can I find a cheap STS combine? Good question. Yeah, those are getting a little trickier to find, but they're out there. Castle's out on Old Jacksonville Road. Yeah, yeah. The older fellow that used to work there, I hope he still works there. Just super nice guy, and it was kind of funny. He kind of knew some people from here, which is shocking. You would never think was the case, but um, anyway, yeah. I got to get out there. Haven't been there since a couple of the workers passed. So yeah, that's probably the guy I'm talking about. He's probably unfortunately probably passed away because it's been too long since I've been there. But yeah, that's a neat place. They've got a lot of stuff, for such a small little shop there. That it's pretty cool. I was actually thinking about them the other day, about a month ago. I took my dad up to Springfield to the doctor, and we just go right past Old Jacksonville Road and we turn on Jefferson and head into the hospital. And I actually thought about that place. I'm like, gosh, I wonder if they're still out there. He did have black hair, yeah. Should do more real life farm. Well, if it ever quits raining, I will do more real life farming videos. I will. I'll try to do more. The thing, like, I have this thing where when I start, when I get working in the fields, I don't ever think about doing videos just because I'm on a tractor and it's kind of like my zen moment. I sort of, you know, so I I don't think about videoing too much. I guess I should, but yeah, I can do that. If it ever quits raining, we'll do some farming videos for sure. All right, guys. Well, guess I got to wrap it up. We got stuff to do. Wifey's telling me it's time. So Appreciate you joining me here on a Sunday afternoon. It's always fun to talk to you. It was John. He was good friends with Dad. Passed away a few years ago. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I hate to hear that. He was such a nice guy. I always enjoyed talking to him. But yeah, unfortunately, those older guys, that's what happens, sadly. So, but we'll always remember them. I've got some stuff I bought from them, so I always think about those guys when I see it. So, anyway, guys, all right, thanks. Have yourselves an awesome day. Happy tractor hunting.